Think of all the apps that are around you, right? Like Robinhood in India, there's probably Cuckoo FM and all the fancy apps. The product is built. Now the product marketing manager's job is to figure out how are they going to bring this product to the market, launch it to the market so that people starts buying it, understand why the product was built. Now this does not require any programming, and I know a lot of you have asked me how to get into the tech, but I don't want to do program. This is one of the roles. And good news is that today's guest, whose name is Akash, has gotten a product marketing manager internship. He's from Duke University. We talk about how to build your profile, what is product marketing manager, how do you get into it, what is the job application strategy, and everything related to product marketing manager. I do hope that you find this valuable. If you do, let me know in the comment section. And now I'll let you enjoy the video. Thank you, Akash, for doing this. Really means a lot. Another Duke person. I have been like interviewing or podcasting with Duke people, and every single Duke person I've interviewed has gotten an internship or job. So, and especially product world. So I'm excited to have one more and understand more, find the secret sauce all the Duke people have. So thank you for being here. Before we do, let's do a quick intro. Where are you from? Who are you? Where are you right now? Fun stuff.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity, Yudi. I'm Akash. I'm doing my Masters of Engineering Management here at Duke University. So this is a famous course around like the international students targeting
Mm.
towards product sector. Coming to my like fun stuff, uh, I recently flew a plane. Like I had my discovery flight recently, so that's one exciting stuff. So yeah.
Oh wow, you flew a plane. So like, are you doing your license for flying a plane?
No, it's a discovery flight. So basically, you'll be sitting with a pilot. It's like a first class of your driving test. So you'll be sitting with a
Oh.
pilot, and I had a few simulator experience, and I tried to take off the plane, and it was a fun experience for me. So yeah,
Wow, that's awesome. I can
yes,
see having your own jet.
sure.
Just don't forget that I was your friend.
Sure. The co-pilot seat will be for you. I can teach you.
Cool. All right. I know you are. You kind of didn't mention it, but you just finished your internship. That was product
Yes.
marketing manager. That's awesome. Cool.
Hmm.
I've done interviews with product manager,
Hmm.
and I've done interviews with program managers and project managers.
Hmm.
Product marketing manager is
Hmm.
very new, and if you can explain in a very layman terms, like what is product marketing manager and how is it different from product manager?
So basically, product marketing is like aligning the product positioning with customer needs. That's like the terminal definition. And in basic, normal terms, we can tell like bringing products to the market and making it sellable. So
Hmm.
if you think about the product managers start from in the product life cycle. They start from the beginning to the ending. But we product marketing managers start from like the fifth or sixth phase, that is sales and marketing, and then building the positioning, messaging, and also
Hmm.
building collateral for the sales team, training the sales team, and getting the feedback after the sales, getting the feedback from the customer, like to understand how the sales went, and how the product is like how the messaging is going to the customer.
Before we move on to the next exciting part of the video, I just want to quickly mention about my newsletter community. We have more than 8,000 people who is receiving weekly free newsletter where we combine all the information which you're watching in this video into text format, which is easily digestible. It's a free, no cost to you. Also, we send out resources like product management guide, data analyst guide, job openings, and other resources which we have going on. So if you're interested in receiving such informative newsletter straight to your inbox, consider subscribing. You can simply go to udj.com/newsletter, or you can even go to the link in the description and it'll take you to the same page. And now I'll let you enjoy the next part of the video. Let's take an
Hmm.
example of an Uber
Hmm.
app. When they were building it, now they built the app. Now your job as a product marketing manager would be to like make sure that drivers understand that they can like sign up as a driver, customers understand how to use the app, and like
Yes.
they can get a ride and they can like select which ride do you want, and then on the ad support team side, you probably are also training them that okay, if a customer has a problem, then you provide this solution, etc. So you are, after the product is built, you are helping market the product to end users?
Yes, you're right. So basically, we collaborate with product management team, sales team, and customer success team. For product management team,
Hmm.
like what's the use case of the product? How it is making a difference? We'll get to know from the product management team, and we put a proper messaging. You might have seen, like for example, in Uber, they might have an ad or new ad coming in with a new messaging. So that messaging is built by the product marketing manager, and after
Hmm.
that you might have seen some ads for like the rider, Uber drivers. So to attract the Uber drivers, how to attract the Uber drivers, that messaging is done by the product marketing manager.
People pursuing these roles, and would you say there's a lot of demand in this field?
There are like 116K product marketing managers in North America, and which comes to like 2% of the whole marketing industry. If you consider the marketing industry as 100%,
Mm.
2% of them are product marketing managers. Like if students like us targeting for product marketing, we can also target for like growth marketing, digital marketing, and also
Mm.
the sales enablement marketing. These are the new industries that are coming up, other than the product marketing. Yeah.
And I'm guessing this is
Mhm.
probably a lot of people are like, does it include programming and coding?
Not at all.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
you should be very good at your English. Improve yourself with a lot of targeting and positioning. So what I do usually is see ads of general companies. So that time
Mm.
I just think, oh, how did he target for the new customer? How did he position himself here? So that kind of
So
and
it's more soft skills than like an actual hard. I mean, obviously there are hard skill, which is writing
yep,
is a hard skill,
yep,
obviously, and I'm sure you're probably using some tools and some form of data.
yep.
But yeah, let's dive into again. Like this is
Hmm.
like typically I have like very sets of questions, and I have
Hmm.
like I'll just go through this. So it was very interesting for me to learn about product marketing.
That's
Now
good.
let's talk about something very interesting. How does every single Duke person gets a product role? Like what is so special? Like what do you guys do different?
So first of all, I think my previous friends mentioned that we are very proactive. So what does it mean by proactive? So whenever we meet around the Duke campus, first thing we do is like have a small conversation and ask how is your internship search going on or a job search going on. So we
Mm,
understand our strategies, we discuss our strategies so that
mm,
like we help each other and get to. I might be doing something wrong in my job search strategy, and someone else might be doing it right and getting the calls. So we ask
mm,
them, we talk to them. Also, I think Duke has a location advantage. We live in a small university town, so we live very nearby places. So we meet very frequently. So all the Duke
oh,
MEM folks meet very
got it.
frequently
Okay.
around.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the location advantage we are getting.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I thought when
mhm,
you say location advantage, I thought you meant like it's like a Bay Area or New
no,
York or something like that.
no,
But
no,
more so because it's a small time, like people
yes,
are like know each other. Yeah, I like. I even like there's people who came before you. They all mentioned something very unique. Is two things. One is collaboration over competition.
right,
So instead of competing with each other, you guys collaborate and help one
yes.
another and figure
Mhm.
out like what is the true strategy, and oh, this is working for me, try this, or like I saw this position, you also apply.
Right.
So there's no insecurity. I mean, there's less insecurity, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
And then two is, I think the peer around you are ambitious people, so it makes you drive towards
Right.
this like ambition as well. So yeah, that's very beautiful. I can't wait to like visit Duke and like meet
Sure.
all of you in person. I mean, we met in person anyway, so uh, that's awesome. Cool. All right, let's dive
Mhm.
into you landed. When did
Mhm.
you come? You came in
Fall
fall
2022.
too, right?
Yep.
So you landed, and then you are like, all right, everyone is applying for internship. I need to do something. What's the
Yes.
first thing you did, and when did you really like started? Well, like, what was your timeline?
Let me start with the my mistake which I did. I started late. So as
Mm,
you explained the timelines, I missed a few beginning timelines of good companies. I started during mid September, preparing my resume, and my resume was ready by like starting of October. So
Mm.
what the first thing I did is I sat down with my managers, like previous managers where I worked for, and jot down the points which I can put, which I cannot put. So because I work for a consulting company, there were some independence issue and like, few of the issues there. So I could put only few things there in my resume. So I put down the points in my
Mm.
resume and built my resume based on the structure which was given by the Duke Career Services. So in Duke Career Services, we were provided by the basic structure which we follow. That's a basic industry structure. So based on that, we started making the resume. Also, what I did is like I went to Google and searched for product marketing manager and search for like 10, 15 sample resumes. So that time you'll get sample resumes and you'll get few of the wordings. So how we can like rewrite that wordings based on our experience. So that's
Mm.
what I did. So I might have forgotten few works which I did in my past 3 years. So whenever I read some few sentences, I remember, okay, this I can reframe to my experience in a different way. So that's what I
Mm.
did. So I went to a few samples of like resumes in the internet, like rewrote it to my experience and built
Mm.
a like solid resume. And also, I
Mm.
after the building, I reviewed it with my Duke seniors and also a few of my previous managers.
So you mentioned you were late
Yep,
because you started mid September. You finished your resume around Octoberish,
right.
and then you started applying.
Hmm.
So for people who are listening, fall starts in August, and you're saying September is already late.
Exactly. Yes.
So what is the true? If you can like tell people like what is the? I know the answer, but I want you to say
Hmm.
what is the true timeline, like when do people actually start applying and when should they be ready? It sounds like they should be ready even before they come,
Right.
but like i want
100%.
i want you to confirm this.
You're 100% right, Yudi. People have to get prepared before landing in US. Your resume should be top notch before landing in US. As soon as you land in US, just get adjusted to the university in 1 or 2 weeks and start applying then and there. So that most of the like top companies, especially if you're targeting for consulting opens its application early and ends by mid of like September.
And for people who also don't know, September they are starting September application for the summer next year,
Right.
right? So I think it's the same concept for all the big like fang companies as well, like Meta and Google and YouTube. Like they also do hire bunch of summer interns during the September, October, November timeframe. And then if you miss this, it's not that you won't get it in January, February, April. You will, but it's limited compared to like most big companies like that. If you want to target those, that happens during that time frame.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, the competition will be less during this time. Like students coming to US won't be prepared much. So, if you apply early, you will be like the chances of getting lucky will be more.
Okay, now you mentioned something interesting, like you were targeting consulting
Yes.
roles, and then you pivoted to get into product marketing manager. How did you decide that okay, I can do like you don't? Did you have any product marketing manager experience?
Just to give you a background, I worked as a tech consultant at EY, Ernst& and Young, for 3 years back in India, and I was working with like a marketing team just 3 months before I left the firm. And I never thought about I'll go to marketing or anything, but that 3 months made important like changes in my life. After coming to US, I was targeting for consulting.
Hmm.
I networked with few people, and everyone were like, "Consulting is good. It's like more hectic. The work will be fast paced and you won't get more time in your life to like enjoy your like good life and
Mhm.
do your normal stuff." So also I was late. The second point, I was late for the consulting interview. So then I sat back and thought, what's the other option I have? So product
Mhm.
manage, when I thought about product management, that was not that exciting for me. Then I sat back and then I got to know, okay, product marketing is the thing which I did in my last 3 months of my EY experience. So why not that? When I like researched about product marketing, then I got to know, okay. And also I had taken marketing in my fall semester. That excited me more when I
Mm.
discussed about marketing with my professor about product marketing also, he encouraged me a lot, and that made me think about product marketing. And I spoke to few folks in the industry, product marketing industry, and they were really positive, and I like the work, what they do, and their culture and everything. So that's how I went towards product marketing from consulting.
So roughly 3 months of experience, you that was like the spark, but then
Yes.
you were late and you're like, all right, I lost this option, or I might not get this. So let's figure out a plan B. You thought about product manager, you're like, nope, this is not something I want to do.
Right.
Maybe another, like, that's more maybe like a backup. And then
Mhm.
you came across product marketing
Right.
and you researched and you're like, this sounds like me, like I can do
Yes.
this. And then you started like figuring out to build your resume for that. So ultimately, like, obviously you had to build your profile for that.
Mhm.
Can we deep dive into that? Like, how did you change your resume to talk about product marketing? And like, obviously resume must be the one of the big aspects of getting interview calls.
So yeah, basically, I told about the 3 months experience. I highlighted that 3 months experience in the beginning. Also, in
Mm,
consulting, we work with different clients with like go to market strategies or strategical plans. So I just put that experience to my like EY thing and just modified few of my experiences. It would be great if I could share my screen. So yeah, coming to my resume, the first thing, uh, as I mentioned before, I contacted few HRs to understand like what is the first thing they see in the resume, or what are the red flags they see in the resume. So most of the HRs mentioned that they really do check for the structure. They really do check for the typos. If there is any typos, it's a direct check. Also,
mm,
if there is a ATS working on it, it will check for typos or the structure, and it will directly reject you. So making sure the structure is good and having no typos, and like the resume to be in a readable version. Whenever a person should opens my resume, he should like feel like reading it, going through the next lines. It shouldn't be like too much of information which is like not readable at all. So I made sure that should happen to my resume, and I had a very like career summary at the top. Usually people don't recommend it for the internship, but I had as I had like 3 years of experience, I wanted to mention my 3 years of experience here. So that's why I
mm,
had a career summary at the beginning with all the information about like MEM marketing and how I pivoted, and just giving the information, because I pivoted from consulting to the product marketing. I just wanted to have like why I wanted to be a product marketing. So
mm,
that kind of
mm.
information I had given in career summary.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, and I would probably add as well that like most people don't need career summary. If like
Hmm.
if you have a relevant experience, then start there. But yeah, in your case, you are like kind of pivoting, so it's good to show that how and why this pivot makes
Yes.
sense for them to hire you. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Yep. And I had the normal education section where I mentioned about my relevant courses. Like this is just to make sure that I am towards product marketing. These are
Mm.
the main things which comes in the product marketing, like building the strategies, marketing, and like transforming. If
And
this.
so
Mhm.
when you were applying, you obviously did you take all these courses, or you were going to take this course and you were gonna finish these courses before your internship start?
These were a few of the courses I mean, all the courses here are the courses which I took, and I didn't put out like upcoming courses. I never put it. Only the
Okay.
courses I completed, I put it here. One of the recruiters said that like skills and the interest section is the main section which they see. I made sure that skills and interest section come to the top, so that it just whenever a person opens my resume, it catches his eyes. Also, I had a special section called product marketing skills, so that
Mm,
people will know that okay, this person has learned few of the skills about product marketing. But if in your resume it says like Microsoft suite, then it won't hit in the ATS, and it's like a kind of red flag for the ATS, and there are chances that it might reject. So I just for the ATS hitting purpose, I have put this advanced Excel and PowerPoint in the bracket. I worked as a student product consultant at Duke University as one of the project. So I put it as like the product marketing experience. I worked like
Oh,
the market
nice.
research
Okay.
and go
So
to
again,
market.
let's just clarify. You did student product consultant. That was your project, but you acted as a product consultant, so you just used it
Yes.
like as an experience, which is cool. Yeah.
Basically in Duke we work with the third party clients, like for a course as a project we
Mm.
work with the third party outside clients. So here that helped me to put it in my relevant experience, like doing a market research which stakeholder interviews, and also we built them the plan of go to market strategies. They were launching a new product for fitness folks, so we helped them identify their customer segment and like persona, we build them personas and everything. So yeah, this helped me to like have a proper product marketing experience. And then I wrote my 3 months of how I did my marketing experience of Ernst and Young here in this particular thing, with a few of the modification which I worked previously also. And this
Mm.
is about the software engineering experience of working at EY.
Okay, this is great. And then you obviously had some leadership experience as well, which you showed it.
So basically, I work for Director of Marketing and Media for Duke Aviators. So it's one of the student club at Duke University where we teach people about like basics of learning. Also, we collaborate with the flight school to have discovery flight and training session for students who are interested in like aviation.
All right. So that was your resume. So you
Mhm.
worked on your resume and you got it
Yep.
ready. Now
Mhm.
comes the two parts, which is job search strategy and then application strategy. What was
Mhm.
your job search strategy?
So the first job search strategy was like I started scrolling my LinkedIn like Instagram. So every 1 hour, I used to open my LinkedIn and check what are the openings present. And if it's like, first of all, like during my, I forgot to mention it here, during my job search, I created a list of like 20 companies, which are my target companies. If
Mm.
that companies are like have openings, for sure, I will put a lot of effort on getting my resume tweaked and also writing a proper cover letter. Every like 1 hour, I used to like save the jobs. If it's important, I save the jobs at the end of the day, or I used to get up early morning, like then uh, go to that proper job. If it's a fit or not, then I wish to check that time. Like if few of the jobs don't sponsor, or few of the jobs I there might be too technical work, or it might be like more of marketing work than product marketing. So
Mm.
I just filtered it there and wrote about like filtered and then started applying. Usually I used to apply for like max to max 5 to 6 companies a day, but to just have a count of 10, many of people tell like have 10 applications submitted every day. What I did was have four, at least 4 to 5 of easy apply, LinkedIn easy apply. I
Mm.
covered that number with LinkedIn easy apply just to have a backup. And I think, yeah, that worked a lot well for me. And also, if a company is a really good company, I did a research, tweak my resume so that all the keywords are really matched, so that the ATS is passed and I'll get a call back from them. And after that, I after submitting my application, I search for recruiters in LinkedIn. If it's a big company, I message at least 20 recruiters that I'm interested in job position. Like
Wow.
so
Yeah.
uh, so that at least one or two would reply and at least my resume would be seen by the recruiter.
Mm.
So yeah, and if the conversation goes well, they even give the contact of the hiring manager. So even in like 2 3 cases, they gave me the contact of the hiring manager. I spoke to the hiring manager and then got the interview. Yeah, this was
Mm.
my strategy.
Okay, let's break it down.
Hmm.
So you would open LinkedIn almost every
Yep.
other hour or every hour, look at the job, won't apply, but save it so that
Yep.
way you can go back and apply. And so you're like, okay, this looks like a fit. Let's save it. And then at the end of the day, you have a target or that at least 10 jobs I
Yep.
want to apply. And you would, if it's in one of your target companies, then you would pay more attention. If it's not, you will like see, okay, this one I can do easy apply because I want to meet that 10 number.
Then
Or 5 of them you will actually tweak the resume, make sure it matches the job description. So you would actually change your resume for every single position if it requires something else.
yes, for sure. So I got three of the interviews because of this. Like contacting recruiters through LinkedIn, talking to the hiring manager. This for sure will help you get the interview on the place. Like otherwise, you just apply and quietly sit nothing. Like
Mm,
it might pass through ATS, or the recruiter might just pass your
mm,
resume. So, for example, when I come to product marketing intern, I used to search for product marketing intern in United States and come to past 24 hours. This is one good
mm,
filter we must apply. Like if we apply in 24 hours, the chances of getting viewed is really well. And after 24 hours, there are chances that the viewing is really less. So then coming to any of the good companies like product management. Let me show you for the product management intern for the PwC. I go to the PwC company, then go to people.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna find so many recruiters.
Yes, I search for recruiters, and then the location, like if the location is of Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area,
Got
this
it.
will
So now
reduce
you're
down.
like to 17
Yep,
only. Got it.
yes, this will help me get reduced with number of like less number of recruiters, and there might be chances that one of them might be the recruiter for my position.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
then just put a message to them like, "Hi, I'm interested for this position, and it would be great if you could like help me help my resume viewed or anything like that." I have a
Hmm.
like proper template for them. Should I show my template, Yudi?
Would you? Yeah, I would love to see the template. And if you can
Yep.
share it, we can share it with others as well. That.
So my interview process is like crazy. I applied through Easy Apply for Brevo, and I can explain you later. Like I had applied on Tuesday night. I got the call back from recruiter on like Wednesday. I had an interview on Friday. On the call, they gave me the offer.
Wow.
In the like people were like senior vice president of product marketing and vice president of product marketing were in the call, and they got really impressed. Cool. So this is the LinkedIn message I sent it to people while connecting with them. Like after finding the recruiter, I used to send, I'm a graduate student at Duke University, and it's wonderful to connect with you. And I applied for the marketing intern position recently, and would love to work for the particular company. And can we chat about more of this opportunity? This comes below 200 words, where we can like paste it in the
In your
connection request
connection
which you can send.
request.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And never send connection request without the
yes.
note. Yeah.
Yes, people, especially the higher management people, will get a lot of connection requests. They won't accept without a note. So this
Mm.
is like just to make them understand why I'm approaching and why I'm connecting with them.
Okay, so now that we figured
Mhm,
out you started getting calls, let's talk about like the interview process for my
mhm.
product marketing manager and like the prep you had to do. Is the prep pretty much? How did you actually prepare for these role? And then we'll go into the
So
interview
basically, I
process.
started learning about product marketing from YouTube, few of the famous folks, and also there is a group called Product Marketing Alliance, where you have a lot of resources, ebooks, where you can learn about product marketing. I learned from that particular group called Product Marketing Alliance, and then after learning. It was like whenever I got interviews based on the questions, what was the expectation, I kept on like increasing my pace. Like, what should I tell? What should I not tell? and I took it like
Mm.
few of the interviews I messed it up because of like telling over about product marketing or telling less about product marketing, telling a lot about frameworks and strategies. So it was a hit and run experience. Like if I give a interview, if it worked out, then good. If I went to the next round, then I made it really well. If not, then there was some mistake. So that's how I figured it out.
So it
Yes,
was like trial and error, and then resources online available. That's
yes,
how you kind of
yes.
prep for it. Got it. Okay. And so now let's talk about the interview
Mm-hmm.
process in general for like product marketing manager. And then maybe we can talk about like the Brivos, like the company you did intern. How did that interview
Mm-hmm.
process
So,
went?
coming to Brivo, it was like kind of easy interview for me. So I applied on a Tuesday night, and I got a call back from HR on Wednesday afternoon, and she asked me, "Can we schedule a interview for Friday?" I told yes. So I'm totally free on that day, and I got the call scheduled for Friday with senior director of product marketing and senior vice president of product marketing. So I had the interview for 1 hour, spoke to them, and in the call itself, I got the offer verbally, and within an hour, the HR gave me the offer through like email. So it was a very quick process. And
Nice.
coming to the other interview processes which I gave, I had given interview for one of the big SaaS company for like four product marketing positions, and there were like for one position there were like three rounds, and for I remember for one of the like marketing
Mm.
position there were like four rounds of interviews. That was like pretty hectic. You had to like prepare really well about everything, and the interview was two rounds of behavioral and two rounds of technical about marketing, product marketing, and also how could you transform the business. Like they in the call only they give like few cases you have to solve it. So yeah, it was kind of difficult, and one of the position I backed the role also, but I got the offer after joining Brevo, and that's how I couldn't go to
Mm.
that big SaaS company.
And so
Mhm.
breaking down the interview process, it sounds like a lot of it is just behavioral, and then a lot of it is sometimes it's technical, and then technical, it's like when you say technical, it's not like coding technical, it's more product marketing technical, like things like how would you do this, or how would you launch a campaign, or how would you launch here's a case
Yeah,
study, how would you revamp
yeah,
marketing strategy for this, something like that. And so that you would have to just figure out like like while you're going through process researching the
yes, yes.
companies, etc.
Basically, through few of the frameworks which are available in the internet, just use that frameworks and talk about that frameworks and the process in the interview.
And what are the typical like questions you get asked for product marketing? Like what are some of the typical questions? Like okay, you will
So
definitely be asked these.
usually the first question is asked like they will give you the example of a product which they might be launching in the future. So how will you build a go to market strategy for this particular product? So what is your approach for building a go to market
Mm.
strategy, and which are all the team which you have to contact for this, just to check whether we have a cross functional collaboration skills, and like which are all the tools you are using for this particular thing. So for the go to market strategies for customer service, you're using some tools, or like competitive analysis we might be using some tools. So just to understand these tools knowledge do you have, or at least you know the name of that tools or not, they check in the interview.
Yeah, so and it's not the right
Right,
answer you give, it's more of how you are
exactly.
trying to solve the problem, how you're
Yep,
strategizing it, how you're thinking, basically your design thinking and problem solving
yes,
skills is what they are
right,
trying to judge you
100%.
on. Okay, this is a
Hmm.
most important
Hmm.
question because people like to know, does product marketing managers make money, and if they do, what kind of money do they make? Like maybe you can give like a salary range for PMM or
So
product
yeah,
marketing
first
manager.
I'll give for the internship thing. So for internship for smaller side companies, anywhere it starts between $18 per an hour to $30 per hour, and medium-sized companies like Privo, it starts from somewhere around 25 to 37, and the large-sized companies it starts from like 32 to it might go to 50, like $50 per hour as well. And
So it's pretty much same as
yep.
product manager. Like it's not that far off of
No,
product
I
manager.
think the pay scale is almost the same for product managers and product marketing managers. There might be a maximum difference, like two, three, or $5 max. So yeah, and also coming to the full
Mm,
time
mm,
jobs, like the range starts from 120K for like experience of like 1 to 2 years, and it might go up to 180K. So yeah, and if it's like more than 3 years of experience, you can apply for
yeah.
senior product marketing managers role, where the range starts from like 130 to 140K, and it might go up to 220K also.
And obviously the total comp might be different, like you right, like because
Yep,
this might be the
yep,
base salary and then the total comp might
yes, yes,
include stocks and bonuses and all
yep,
of that. So and another caveat is that it
right,
depends on the area as well. Like if you're in Bay Area, you'll
yep,
most likely make that big numbers, but like the smaller the town or the city is, you'll
exactly.
probably make lesser in a way. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Now that you have finished your internship and you have learned about product marketing manager, what are the skills you would tell people that, okay,
Hmm.
looking back, these are the
Hmm.
skills you should learn while you are in India or while you are maybe their home country or like when they're doing their masters? What are some of the skills you would tell them that these are the skills very important for product
So
marketing
first of
manager?
all, learning basics of English writing skills. Like uh, in product marketing, we have to write short and crisp messages. So learning, like playing with English, is
Mm,
more important for product marketing managers. And as I told, like thinking in a different way, like whenever you see a ad or whenever you see a ad or read advertisement board, just think what does he position, what's the message trying to tell, who is the customer he's targeting to tell. Just try
mm,
to think in that direction, and that will help you a lot. And also the customer first mindset, like what the customer needs. So uh,
mm,
back in India, we might not have this attitude, so we might like come from a very technical background. So when we pivot to product management or product marketing, having a customer first mindset is really important. Without understanding what customer needs and how can we solve the problem with this, we cannot have the product marketing skill. And also combining the design thinking skill, like when you go to the customer or go to the product management team, instead of asking like direct questions, tell me the specification of this particular project, I mean this particular product. So having a designed thinking questions like can you tell me how does it impact customer, what changes it's making the customer, and how customer is getting impacted from it, how customer is getting gained from it, what are the drawbacks of this project, so, I mean product. So these questions will help, like brainstorm for the person who asked the question. He'll come up with like random answers sometimes, and this will give you an idea what can be done for the positioning and messaging and like targeting a proper customer segment. And what happens sometimes is, like when you talk to the
mm,
product manager, you get to know that okay, we have built a product, we have built a solution, everything works fine, but during the market research which product manager did, there might be chances it might be for a different segment. When you talk and get the design thinking
mm.
answers, then you'll get to know, okay, this might be good for this particular segment like mid age, or it might be also good for like people who are in their early 40s or till 50s. So that kind of modifications can be done when you ask a few of the questions like.
So, and in terms of like
Mhm,
building these skills, so these are the
mhm,
skills they should build. But like, if they want to build the skills, how would they build it? Is like mainly choosing the projects and doing the projects which
yes.
helps them build these skills. So I was asking, in a way, what I
Mhm,
was trying to ask you is like,
mhm,
so these are the skills
mhm.
which people need to build. But then, how would you build these skills?
So basically, it comes by practice. Everything positioning, messaging, targeting, everything comes by practice. It's not the skill which you can learn in the book or in the website. So what happens is,
Right.
when you see a
Yeah.
framework, you think you understood the framework, or you understood how to write a personas, how to do a positioning messaging and everything. But when you start doing it, you might do a lot of mistakes, and it may not be crisp and like
Yeah.
targeted to a
Yeah.
proper customer segment. So
Yeah.
only the experience will help.
Right. And it's not necessary that you have to have like, I
Yep.
mean, get a job, but you can choose projects in your universities or choose the courses which are project based, which you can now act as a product marketing manager or a product consultant, or like
Yes.
volunteer for startups or something like that, and see if you can do it. So that's like how you can slowly build, because again, these skills are
Yep.
something you will learn more if you do it versus
Correct.
just by
Exactly.
reading it. Awesome. What's like, this has been such an insightful
Mm-hmm.
session for me. I've learned like so much more, and I can't wait to bring you back
Mm-hmm.
to talk more about it. But before we go, what's one advice would you give to like an aspiring product marketing
So learn
manager?
a lot about product marketing, understand in depth about product marketing, start seeing what is going on around you, like what are the ads there, like and also have a list of target companies. Like, product marketing manager roles are not there in all the companies. So have the list of companies which have product marketing manager roles, which you can target, and also network with the industry folks. Like few of the product marketing things might be different in few of the companies. Like product marketing might be like overlap with product
Hmm.
marketing in few of the companies. So have like a networking call with the industry folks, understand how things work in different industries, and you'll get to know more
Hmm.
about it when you talk to people in the industry.
Yeah, just don't give up. Like, if even if it's your late,
Right,
just keep
100%.
doing it. Awesome. um Thank you, Akash, for doing this. Really means a lot. I can't wait to come to Duke and do this in person again. But until our next
Keep
one.
smiling, keep hustling.